Okay, we're going live. I don't know. Sometimes Twitch takes a couple of seconds to start up, so hold on. All right, hello. I just got the notification from Twitch dashboard. We are live. Welcome to the Crew Motorfest First Play Part 2. Kind of a weird statement, you know, the first time I've played it, but it's stream Part 2. I'm just gonna keep calling it that because it's still the first day I've played this game. I played about an hour of it on stream earlier, then I had to go on a call for a while. And I'm still very much in the intro stages of this game. One thing I did comment on in the first part of the stream that I really liked is the fact that you get to keep some of your cars from the crew too. You can choose for... But, you know, it means that people who spent money on Crew 2. Especially because, while the servers are not shut down or anything, the Crew 2 is essentially a live service game. You need a Wi-Fi, and you need the service to be active. This game. And this game gives me Forza Horizon 2 vibes in the best way possible. Doing that I would hope to see more games do in the future as content creation for games is getting even bigger in terms of online representation. This music here right now, it's not shitty. It's good. It's actually pretty nice driving festival music. However, it is licensed. It's royalty free. It's not licensed tracks, so I'm totally fine to stream this. I'm in streaming music mode, which is great. I think it's called streamer friendly, actually. God, the model for the Aston Martin Vanquish, such a beautiful car. EB5 is arguably the most iconic Aston Martin of all time, but oh boy, the second generation Vanquish, especially the Vanquish S from like 2017, because the second generation Vanquish was based off of it took a lot of design cues from the thing that they made. It was kind of ridiculous, but yeah. Also, love the model on this new Mustang. Let's do some customization. Oh, wait, hold on. I've got some upgrade parts. Can we upgrade the ECU? You bet we can. Again, the game's not perfect. It's kind of annoying that they do take away... your car's at some point. I should point out that I don't actually own this game. I have it through Ubisoft Plus. Decided to try it out for a month because I've got some great games on there. Hashtag not sponsored, but hashtag please sponsor me. I know they're not gonna, but you know, it'll be funny. Did that say front wheel drive? Say what? FRD no. Okay, I read that as I read FRD. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I saw it was transmission, not drivetrain. I'm like, okay, never mind. Hold on. I'm just trying to see. Do really that much for our acceleration, so I'm not gonna choose that. Okay, from the Crew 2, if you match the ones of the same color, you get better performance. Not my preferred way of upgrading cars, I'm going to be honest. It's kind of like the speed card system, which was one thing that really brought down the experience of Need for Speed Payback for me. Although Need for Speed Payback's an excellent game, in my opinion, but yeah. So this is just this, but better. Therefore, then. Because again, you can't use your own cars in races, at least not that I've seen. They give you ones to use. Absolutely, let's bring that in. This is sweet. Let's go ahead to the customization now. Changes it all. This is the default yellowy green color. Excellent. And also, if you have a car that has ground effects or light effects in the Crew 2 that came over here. So, for example, I have the police squad Bugatti Chiron. Cost money to... Wait, metallic. Do I want it? Yeah. Also, I was looking around the car meet, which is what happened when I loaded back in. It took me to the car meet. So I wasn't streaming. But I saw something that I'm pretty sure is a Lamborghini Egoista. Which is very interesting, because it's such a weird car. I don't think I've ever seen it in a video game before. There might have been one in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, I can't remember. Or no, the Egoista came out in like... When was the Egoista released? I thought it was like 2011, but that's probably not true. Lamborghini Egoista. That's not how you spell that. I just wrote down Lamborghini Egoist. Egoista is a concept car. Yeah, okay, so the Egoista, I'm pretty sure, is in this game. Lamborghini Egoista. Okay, 2013. Wait, was it based off the event? Was it based off the Aventador? No, okay, it's based off the Gallardo. That's what I thought. That's why I thought it was earlier. Never mind. Let's go to the Crew fandom wiki real quick. I assume there is one. Yeah, here it is. The Crew wiki fandom. Egoista, because it only has one seat. Lamborghini Egoista. The 2013 Lamborghini Egoista appears in the Crew 2. It's not listed as the Crew Motorfest, but this also just could be kind of out of date. And I'm pretty sure I saw it in the car meet here. So I don't know if you can get it in this game. Maybe you can get it in that game and bring it over. I don't know if you can unlock it in this game yet. Question is, do we want the hood scoop? Shout out the hood scoop. Do we want the engine blower? Let's say for this one, let's keep it simple for now. Front bumper. Yeah, I'll take that. Ooh, a wide body flare. Looks kind of cool, but it does cover up that beautiful, iconic 5.0 badge. Okay. These, like, also official licensed parts. I like that a lot. I'm gonna keep the black wheels. I like the yellow and black aesthetic. Ooh, brake caliper color. What about... it's too... I like Phoenix red. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Are these the lights on the mirrors we're changing? Side mirrors. I don't know. One of the few things I'm kind of disappointed with Forza as a franchise, and I get that it's more simulation-based, especially with motorsport, is a lack of customization compared to Need for Speed or The Crew. So, like, again, I love Forza, don't get me wrong, but I like customization, too. And, you know, especially because Need for Speed and The Crew allowed you to go all out with this kind of stuff without it affecting your car's performance. Well, I would like to see more customization parts than just 2 rear fenders. Hopefully we'll get more of that in the future. Do we go with that spoiler? Not right now, probably. I'm going to say... Let's keep... I like the flat back design. It really emphasizes the angles around the lights. Oh, there are so many potentials. Okay, I'm liking that so far. The accented lower panels. Yeah, let's go with that. Ooh, we can do interior leather colors. Part of me really wants to do blue, but that looks so garish. Can we do like just... Oh, that's gorgeous. I'm gonna keep it stock though. Vanity parts. Yeah, so these all have different effects that will... You can get these through pickups and through events, at least if it's the same as it was in the Crew too. Like, these will cause, like, ground effects and such. Like these. So if you have any of those on your vehicles from the Crew too, they will come imported with you, which is great. This game gives me Forza Horizon 2 vibes in the best way. Let's drive this a little bit. Let's go to another event. So yeah, this is the actually awesome music in the game. It's got a badass soundtrack from what I've heard. However, this is the streaming friendly music, supposedly. I keep like pinching myself and just checking that it's not gone to accidentally not streaming friendly mode, because this is most streaming-friendly music in games is kind of crap when they do have it. But this is really nice, and hopefully more games like this going forward will have this kind of stuff, because love in-game music, especially in games with driving. So I'd love to see this in GTA. There we go. I'm just plugging my computer real quick. I'm actually going to go ahead and very quickly download my VOD from earlier. I need to do that. Also, it gives you this really cool cinematic camera, too, if you stand still long enough. Hold up. The Crew Motorfest first play. There it is. When I make a highlight reel for these, for this series, I'll probably include the highlights from part 1 and part 2 in the same video. Because the last stream was only about an hour. It wasn't very long. I don't think that's really worth making its own video for highlights. Oh, my chair. It's lowering itself directly into the ground. Hold on. If you've been watching my streams before, you'll know that I have a love-hate relationship with this chair. Really comfortable, even though it's a bit ripped up now, because I've had it since December of 2021. Actually, I got it right around the same time I got my Series X. However, the center column likes to go down for no apparent reason. It won't lock into place. I need to either get a new one or just fix it. I do not... I don't really know what the actual issue is, which is a problem. No copyright claim on my last on my last stream from Twitch, so this really must be good then, in terms of music. Download video, high definition, from Twitch, download the VOD, yes. Oh wait, no, hold on. It's trying to download it to my desktop. I don't want to do that. I've only got a couple gigabytes of space left. I really need to clear out my computer. Got so many years of work on here. So that's why whenever I download a stream from my Twitch to upload it to YouTube, I put it on a storage drive. One of those expansion HDD drives. My dad had a bunch that he used to do taxes on back when he ran his own business, and when he sold the business, he didn't need them anymore for all the business expense. Not really taxes, but like he used to like manage business files and expenses on there. Like, here, you can have them. And they're mostly, even some of them are kind of older, from like the early to mid 2000s. Sorry, early to mid 2010s. Every one of them is at least 250 gigabytes to 2 terabytes. And they are also all USB 3. Or sorry, most of them are. I think there's like 2 in the box that I got that are not. But USB 3, if you don't know, can be used for Xbox One and 360 games on a Series X or Xbox One console. You need to run Series X enhanced stuff, for the most part, off the solid-state internal drive. But anything that's not Series X enhanced, so a lot of 360 games or some older Xbox One games, I can just run off expanded storage, and it's perfect. I could also potentially use one of these to run Wii ROMs and such, but I'm looking into that, and oh boy, is formatting them an issue. Anyway, we're going to continue with the playlist for the muscle cars. I think we did 2 races and drove around a little bit on the first stream. Unless you count the races that it gave me as part of the opening cutscene. Oh, I accidentally activated a slalom. I just took me a second to realize what I did. So we got these kind of like speed trap style events. Just gassing it through the slalom course, come on. I see a progress bar up top, but I've not actually checked it. Oh, okay, it's a timer. We made it, nice. Is there an achievement for that? You know, doing your first open world activity, maybe? Nope, okay. This game does have decent achievements, although I doubt anyone's buying a game like this for achievements. It's always good to have some, though. Also, when I streamed, Those Who Remain yesterday, and I gave it a not very positive review. I said a potentially good game, like good concepts, terrible execution. After that, I then looked at the Xbox store, and that seems to be the general consensus in the review section. Ooh, is this a Gen 5? Ford Mustang GT Fastback Stadium Edition. I don't know what year this is. No, okay, it's Gen 6. It's sleeker. Gen 5 was a bit chunky. Gen 2, 3, and most of Gen 4, at least in my opinion, for Mustangs, were kind of disappointing. Ooh, the sound effects. But yeah, just visually, with the rain effects in this game, which are incredible, by the way, this game reminds me of Forza Horizon 2 in the best way. Forza Horizon 2 had a super complex, multi-level rain and dynamic weather system, which I guess just because of how complicated it was when the game started getting larger with 3, 4, and 5, they sadly never brought back. And yeah, all the other games we have dynamic weather. And I should say, when I'm talking about Horizon 2's weather system, I'm talking about the Xbox One version. It's not on the 360 version. There is, I think, like, rain on the 360 version, but it's not as good as it does in the One version. Like, when they were showing it off back in, like, 2013, 2014, when they were showing off the first footage of Horizon 2, that was one big thing they focused on, was the weather systems. It was incredible. It's still mind-blowing today. And one thing that made that game stand out at the time with its graphics on the Xbox One hardware was because it took a lot of its graphical assets straight from Forza Motorsport 5. Which, although it had less cars and tracks than Motorsport 4, was just, it still looks good today. It doesn't look as good as Motorsport 6, 7, or the new one, but because of course it doesn't. Those are all much newer than Motorsport 5, which came out over a decade ago now in 2013. Damn, I feel old. But Motorsport 5 still looks good.
The thing about muscle cars is it's all about that optimal weight-power ratio.
I'm a Mustang guy when it comes to muscle cars, personally. And don't get me wrong, I like a good Camaro. And I've in more recent years come around to Dodge in general. But, God, I love Mustangs. Kind of my maybe affordable dream car one day. Like, I would love to own a Aston Martin 2017 V12 Vanquish S, but it's probably never gonna happen because they're ridiculously expensive collector cars. But I could, in theory, maybe one day save up and get myself a nice Mustang. Love the V8 sound. I'm a big muscle car guy. Although one thing I would think would be really cool to see, as maybe not a common production car, but a special edition, would be 6th generation Mustang EcoBoost body, because it's a bit sleeker than the V8, with a really good electric motor in it. Not intended as a muscle car, but a convertible. Essentially electric 6th generation Mustang convertible. Beautiful, sleek body. As a beach cruiser, drive it down Monterey, California, wind in your hair, top down, that would be really nice. I personally like a lot of electric vehicles. I'm not like, oh, electric vehicles are the devil. But also, I do understand that there's always going to be a place in this world for the, gasoline-powered beast of a muscle car or a supercar. I'm not to the extreme one way or the other. Do I think the Mustang Mach-E is a bad car? No. Do I think it should have been called a Mustang? Probably not, no. Even though it's a crossover built with a Mustang body in mind, but it's a great car. I've been in one. It's nice. But probably should not have given it that name. One thing I really do like, though, is speaking of electric cars, is the new F-150 Lightning. It's a great way of bringing back the Lightning name, which was kind of a sport version of the F-150 back in the day. And kind of reviving it, as well as the fact that the F-150 Lightning is a good truck. About the same price as a mid-series F-150 in terms of price. So it's not super unaffordable. That's before you even include states that have a lot of the government refunding on, government rebates on electric vehicles. Was this a drift race? Was I not paying attention? I was just driving. No, okay, it wasn't. I was just driving. That thing looks nice, by the way. Maybe not so much the wide body, but the hood. Exposed. Chargers, love it. For someone who doesn't really drive, I do really enjoy cars. Need to work on my driving. Actually get an Oregon driver's license. Full story about that is I had a learner's permit back in 2020. It was all set to do my behind the wheel test and actually get a license. Back when I still lived in California. You getting a monster truck? A donk? What's going on? Anyway, and then my behind the wheel driver's test appointment was set for March 27th, 2020. Then COVID happened. The DMV canceled all the in-person appointment stuff for months, and I started college, and I've never really had a good time to sit down and go back through all that stuff, and I forgot most of the stuff I learned. Which sucks. Like, every summer I've been traveling or busy, so I haven't really had time to do that. Is it telling me, it's telling me to drive through this? What? Okay, that's bizarre. Also, I live in a super walkable place with great public transport, so it's not a big urgent thing. Okay, we are doing Mustang muscle cars. Not muscle cars, monster trucks, rather. I actually already have one in this game. I drove it off stream earlier. They're a bit slow, but they are fun. I have one that's based off of the Camaro, I think. Or maybe it's a Charger or Challenger, I forgot. This one is a Gen 5, okay. Yeah, Gen 3s for the most part looks pretty bad. Gen 2 is when they started going really off the rails. Mid-Gen 2. Started looking like a Ford Pinto, which is not a good thing. Both in terms of style and also because the Ford Pinto was explosive and not in a good way. I don't mean explosively fun to drive, I mean it was a fucking bomb on wheels. I remember Top Gear America. I was a big Top Gear guy back in the day, and I like Top Gear a lot more now, actually. But you know, both Top Gear UK and America. But Top Gear America did, back when it was still Tanner Faust, Adam Ferrara, and Rutledge Wood, they did the most dangerous cars in like a demolition derby. I think it was like was it Chevy Chevelle or Chevette, the one that basically mandated seatbelts for how bad it was. The Suzuki Samurai and a Ford Pinto, and even though it was very clearly staged to explode, seeing the Ford Pinto blow up was fun. For those unaware, the Suzuki Samurai was a weird kind of off-road Jeep-inspired Suzuki concept. Woo! That was prone to tipping over, has some of the worst stability of any car ever made. As much as I liked Top Gear UK growing up, I always thought Jeremy Clarkson was a bit of a fucking idiot. And then he got drunk and assaulted the production staff and got fired, and to this day apparently still does not understand why that's a bad thing to do and why he got fired over it, and is still mad about it. I always thought it was just kind of annoying. Although May and Hammond are legitimate car journalists in their own right and very good with it. Jeremy Clarkson in like the 90s though, with Clarkson's car years and his original tenure on old Top Gear, before he got a massive fucking ego, was actually a good car journalist. And that's the thing, Top Gear at some point kind of devolved into, let's just do very staged stuff that's funny instead of being funny but also informative about cars. I'm kind of glad that in recent years they've gotten back to more information-based stuff, as well as still being very, very funny.
You made it through the first lap. Time to crush and destroy.
And also shout out to Jason Bay for existing.
Monster trucks are used in two types of competitions: freestyle stunt and racing. Given Motorfest's racing DNA, we obviously went for the latter.
Alright. This feels like a much better version of Need for Speed Unbound. I have access to that game. I don't really play it. I got games on the EA Play and has been for a while. I just don't play it all that much. It's fine, but compared to Heat, it's a massive downgrade. I honestly still think that Need for Speed Payback is a very good game. Outside of the speed card system, it's really good. Definitely better than Rivals. Then before Rivals, it was the Need for Speed Most Wanted reboot developed by Criterion Games, which was actually pretty fun. Confusingly titled, but very fun. I'm not even gonna attempt that. Y'all know what that is. I think people even not familiar with that song know what that's from. That genre, rather. Maybe I'll crank up the difficulty in a while, I don't know. We are winning pretty easily here.
Monster performance, dude.
I like winning, but I also like effort, so maybe. Mud physics on the ground not quite as good as in, like, say, Forza Horizon 5, but that's alright. The game runs a lot smoother than the Crew 2 did. I'm not talking about frame rate, I'm talking about the fact that it's, you know, online constantly. But the transitions between race and photo mode or menus back to the main game is great. Instead of putting you into a loading screen that, depending on your internet speed, could take anywhere between 10 to 40 seconds. Yeah, difficulty plus 0. That's what I figured. Still not quite sure how the reputation system in this game works. I think it's called that. I think it's called Main Stage XP, but it's very good. Oh, hold up, where'd my phone go? I need to find that. Hold on a second. Oh, there it is. Got a couple different black objects on my desk, and my phone case is one of them. I'm gonna quickly download a video of this to send to my dad. I took a video and uploaded to OneDrive earlier of just the car render. My dad really likes cars, so he'll... Actually, back when I got my Xbox One, the first game I ever really got with it, I got GTA, but also I got Forza, which is what made me fall in love with cars even more. I already knew a little bit about cars, but Forza Horizon 2 was the game that really got me into it. And my dad loved it so much that he bought a racing wheel, quote-unquote, for me. Don't get me wrong, I use it a lot. He probably used it more. He would just drive around the condensed map of France in that game and go, oh, I've been there, I know this place. He's not really a video game guy, but he enjoys that for sure. Only time I ever really got my dad to play games was that, or like Wii Sports. Or actually, my family, we do, like whenever I go visit my parents, we do Jackbox game nights. You know, Fibbage, Drawful, Use Your Words. That one's not a Jackbox game, but it's in a very similar style. I think that one's made by Laughing Buddha Games. I think it's actually their only game on record. It's pretty fun. Lighting effects here are lovely. The map, again, I'm kind of disappointed that it's not another game where you get to explore the entire US, but in this version it'll be bigger and more detailed. Yeah, I love getting to drive across the whole US, even though it was very condensed in the Crew 2. It was great. However, this does look really beautiful, even if it is kind of, a lot of people keep calling it Forza Horizon knockoff, but this is gorgeous. The environment is well developed. And the one thing about having the whole US at your disposal is inevitably there's going to be some things condensed or overlooked. Like, in the Crew 2, driving from San Francisco or Monterey up to Los Angeles felt very weird because so many things were missing. And obviously they cannot do a one-to-one scale yet. That map would be insane even if it was live streamed in like it is if something like Flight Simulator. But damn. Felt condensed. This feels more natural feeling. Granted, I've not been to Hawaii in a very long time, but still. Event difficulty. We seem to be flying through these missions without real opposition. Do you want to increase the difficulty and get a challenge that matches your skills? Oh, it just didn't give me an option to manually change it. It's like, okay, new difficulty, now we go. Ooh. Hold on. I gotta pause this in a second so I can send a message. Sending a text message real quick. Okay, let's go. Sorry about that. I don't know how long I'm going to stream for. Probably until... cars that you have. But this is pretty cool. There's also a rewind ability, which I've not had to use yet, but I may have to in the future. Now we've turned up the difficulty a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I like taking it easy in games a lot of the time and getting good wins, especially in driving games. But, I don't know. It was a bit too easy. It felt like the... What is it? Civilian difficulty on Forza now that they have, that they added to Horizon 5 a little while after release.
Second lap, keep up with the beat, stay on top. It's a 3-lap.
I know some people pronounce it Forza. I do not care. Sounds weird.
Ain't nothing gonna stop you.
Damn, these guys talk a lot, huh?
All right.
This the detailing in this jungle is great. I remember first time I played the intro to Forza Horizon 3. Just the water splash effects on the screen were so cool. I should reinstall that game. I actually did a full reset of my data a while back. I offloaded all the data to a drive, so I still have my old backup, but I did a full reset. Can't buy that game digitally anymore. But I still own it on a disc actually from way back in 2016. I think I actually purchased it. That was the last time I did not buy a Forza game right before. I think that's probably the last Forza game I didn't pre-order, if I'm honest. Aside from Motorsport 7, because I was not into Motorsport at the time. Felt it was too realistic, but I mean, I was dumb. I was dumbass back then. But I think because I got that one 2 weeks after release at GameStop for like 50% off. Maybe not 2 weeks after. It might have been a little white. I think it was on either Black Friday or holiday deals. I can't remember. Alright, this is a bit more of a challenge while still remaining not rage-inducing. He does talk a lot, so maybe don't listen to me is good advice from his part. Oh wait, there's nitro. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Did the Crew 2 have nitro? I actually did have the Crew 1 back in the day, but I did not have an Xbox Live Gold membership at the time. So it was kind of... Actually, I had like a 1-month free trial, so it was kind of useless to me. Wait, the Crew 1 is on Game Pass. Not Game Pass, sorry, it's on Ubisoft Plus, so... Assuming it's on there, that means that the server is still active. I should give that a try. I think I maybe played like half an hour of it before my my gold free trial stopped working. I did not know it required Xbox Live Gold, so I played it and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go back to Horizon 2. I'll come visit this later, and then I just didn't. And then I think I sold that disc as part of a couple games I had on my Xbox One that I sold to pay for my PS4 back when I was buying it. I bought a PS4 at GameStop used, so I could buy, so I could play MLB The Show back when that used to be region exclusive, system exclusive game. Bought a PS4 Slim for $150. Not bad. Sorry, not used, refurbished. Oh God, that looks beautiful. Hold on, we gotta. Oh my goodness, that's breathtaking. My God, that's amazing. The triggers here are inverted. Ooh, I can still see the driving line for some reason. I don't like that. Oh, achievement unlocked! Oahu sites. I think they have all the islands condensed into one, I guess. That's probably part of it. There's not multiple different islands you can travel to. This is not as far as I'm aware. Also, a lot of the achievements have stuff that's in Hawaiian, in native language, so if I pronounce something wrong, I am very sorry. Okay, is there like a more advanced or detailed menu settings? Yeah, Ubisoft games in general, especially Assassin's Creed, starting with Origins and definitely Odyssey, have incredible camera features. Show vehicle. Sure. Show driver. Yeah. Headlights. No. Yes. Other players, traffic, environment, weather. Wait, we can like shift this? That is so cool. I fucked it up. Time of day. Oh, sunset rain. Brightness, motion blur, colorize. Okay. I don't know why the driving line is still there, though. But just coming through that gap into this opening was so beautiful. This game was on my wish list for a while since it came out. I held off on it because it didn't get great reviews from some people, at least not at launch. Excitement. They do not. Very fun car. Yeah, but... And then, like, it didn't get great reviews, also none of my other friends were playing it. And yeah, you can have fun in online lobbies with randos, but it's always fun jumping with friends, so I was waiting for a while. I'm just change my stream tags real quick. Okay. Stream tag should be updated now. This car was kind of disappointing when they added it into Forza with Horizon 4. It was the handling and sound, but it's much better than Horizon 5, mind you. But... oh god, that lighting effect through the trees is great. Not wait till we fully... yeah, we've had the current generation consoles, Series X and PS5 now, and higher end PC stuff for you know, a good 3+ years at this point. And they're still making these games for the last generation. That's one thing I loved about the new Forza Motorsport, is you can really tell that there's a reason it's not on Xbox One. And that reason is they did not want to have to develop a different version just for the Series X, but they also didn't want to have to limit it to work on the Xbox One. In the past, some companies have done that. The version from the 360 for Forza Horizon 2 is very different from the Xbox One version, noticeably due to power requirements, but it took a lot of effort on Playground Games' part to do that, and they probably didn't want to do that again, which I totally understand. So, besides, you know, we're three years on. If you're super into gaming at this point, you probably have either a current gen console or a higher end PC to play those games. Oh yeah. Absolutely. The sweeping fields, the mountains, the water, and the tarmac. This game is actually gorgeous. I look forward to writing a review on this for the True Gaming United blog. You know, shameless self-promotion there. I really look forward to it. I'm going to play quite a bit more of the game before I review it. I don't know if I'll finish the main story, or even if there really is a story. I don't know how far I'll get, but I probably want to put, you know, at least... I feel like you should put at least 40 hours... Okay, hold on. What's the rewind button again? Options. I feel like you should put at least 40 hours into a game. Like a game like this, a big game, before you could review it. You know, Mario Party, you can probably review that after, I'd say, like, 5 hours. What's the controls? Where are they? General. Oh. There, okay, so it is Y.
Let's call this a do-over.
Looks like there's only a certain amount you can use in an event. I don't know what series really pioneered rewinds in racing. I'd be inclined to say Forza. I believe it began with Horizon 4? Not Horizon 4. Motorsport 4 back in 2011. Because I picked up Motorsport 2 over the summer, and it's not there.
These cars have come a long way since their first appearance.
And it's not, yeah, I had to pick up Motorsport 3. But I found a $2 copy of Motorsport 2 and I had to pick it up.
In cheaper cars. The tech's evolved a great deal since then, but one thing is for sure. The same thrill that drove people to push boundaries back in the day is what's still driving us now.
Whee! Oh boy. So yeah, this is actually a bit more challenge.
Straight across the roundabout. Don't bother.
I have to actually think about competitive driving, and I don't know if drafting is a thing here. Also, yeah, right across the roundabout. That's my kind of driving. If you like a good non-simulation, a good simcade open-world racer, and were disappointed by the offerings of Need for Speed Unbound, but want something maybe a little bit less serious than Forza Horizon, this is a good game for you. I really think you're going to like it. The environments are beautiful. The weather looks great. The car sounds, from what I've heard, for the most part, are very satisfying. I'm using a headset right now, so I don't have, like, you know, deep bass speakers or anything. It's a Razer QR Pro. It's a pretty good headset, but this game is fun. Honestly, I would have no problem paying full price for this, even if I, don't end up keeping Ubisoft Plus as a monthly subscription. I'll probably just straight up buy this game because I really like it. Love this guy's just random ass song references. Also, this game automatically does whatever I always do at the end of a race. In any game, I always hit the brakes, so I spin across the finish line. Yeah, not being able to use your own custom cars in races, at least so far, is kind of odd, but it's a very surprisingly minor gripe for a vehicle-based game. Options. I want to see if I can... Controls. Preset. Can I change these? Okay, that's another kind of complaint here. You cannot free map the buttons. Unless I actually go to the trouble of free mapping my controller, because I would love to put handbrake at A, because that's what it is in Forza. My opinion with racing games, the handbrake should always be the button that is closest to the right stick. So on, on the Xbox that's A, PlayStation that's X, Nintendo that's B. At least that's with the controller. With the keyboard it can be whatever you feel comfortable with. But I think that should be a thing. Even Cyberpunk has that. I'm surprised you can't free map buttons here. Obviously I can free map my controller itself. I don't really want to do that.
Volcano, of course. Remember when I told you Jim would drive these cars on the moon if he could? Well, this is as close as it gets.
I'm excited for the volcano. I also want to try to blitz a speed trap. I do have faster cars than this I can pull out too. I would just feel like I should set my first speed trap record in the starting car, you know? Sure, I could switch to the Bugatti Chiron or Ferrari. I think I've got one of the Speciale cars, actually. or I could switch to, I don't know, Koenigsegg Chimera. But this feels like it should be done in this car, even if it is modified. That's not going to cut it. And again, this is the royalty-free streaming music. And it's good. Like, really good. Damn. I don't know, maybe the licensed soundtrack is better. It probably is. But for streaming mode music, it's great. A lot of games, if they even have streaming mode, will just settle for, you know, elevator jazz, Muzak crap. There we go, finally hit it. But this feels, you know, scenic and beautiful. Oh, here comes that rain. I love that. I'm gonna put on some, like, 2000s rock and cruise around here at some point, or some guitar pop, you know, A Rocket to the Moon, All Time Low, We the Kings. Put on some of that and just drive around for a bit. That'll be off stream, obviously. So I want to turn off the music, but I don't want to do that for y'all, so.
Once again, a Mustang GT specially tuned for off-roading is waiting for you. This car is your best chance to make it.
How many races are in a playlist? I don't even know. So we're doing another off-road one. In what way is it David versus Goliath? Are we going to be racing against standard cars? Is it like one of those old Forza Horizon showcase events, kind of? Those were always so cool. And it's been 10 years since it was teased. And Forza, I am still waiting for that Concord showcase. Okay, almost 10 years. Forza Horizon 2 came out. And I feel like we're good where we are right now. Forza Horizon 2 came out towards the end, I guess, of 2014. But it has been close to 10 years since, in that game, Mr. Ben Green mentioned maybe I should get a Concord out of retirement. Maybe next Forza game we eventually will. Ooh, Gen 5, okay. These are very cool, very well animated, great camera angle segments. So this one's not a competition race? Oh, it is, okay. We're just at the back. From the sweeping angle, I figured it might be a time trial. It's not, okay.
Back in black.
It's got to be a very specific Mustang model, in my opinion, to rock a black and white striped paint job. Really, I think, you know, Mustangs look better in blue or red, more vibrant colors most of the time. Maybe a silver. Or a matte black, but this gloss black finish with the white stripes, you gotta be it's gotta be like either a classic or a really good Gen 5 or 6 in my opinion to rock that. Maybe a late Gen 4. What was it? Gas Monkey Garage designed that beautiful classic retro custom black Mustang on for the show Fast and Loud, which then got totaled by an idiot driver on its way to being delivered, if I remember correctly. And that was the thing they worked on for multiple episodes on that show. Which is sad, because it was such a beautiful car. If I remember correctly, the delivery truck they had got hit. Not want to be the person having to pay out that.
Hey, look at the stands on your left. Looks like you got some spectators.
All those like custom garages out there, Gas Monkey does some incredible work. They recently did a, well, they did annoy Ferrari by making a really cool electric custom Ferrari, which is awesome. Ferrari tried to sue them, and then they had no grounds to sue them on, because fuck you, Ferrari. Make good cars, but you're like the fucking Nintendo or Disney of copyright shit. People bought your product, they can do what the hell they want with it. Even if you don't like it. But they also, you know, they make some really cool stuff. They did that modern, at the time, it was like, this was like 2015, I believe they did this. Gas Monkey Garage did that classic Dodge body with, at the time, the Scat Pack Challenger components inside it, which was, I guess, the fastest one at the time. Maybe it was early in 2015, because at the time that would be the Hellcat, wouldn't it? No, the Dodge Demon is not a muscle car. I'm going to end that debate before anyone brings it up. The Dodge Demon is not a muscle car. It is a drag car. It's a track car. To do any of the top speed capable things it does, it needs to have the perfect environment. These very specific tires and all these body kit pieces which are only really fitted for track and drag use, not for muscle car use. Not a muscle car. It's a drag car. Very cool, very fast car, but it's not a muscle car. Now the Hellcat Challenger, that's a proper muscle car. I like that. Hey. Wait. Oh wait, right, we have Nitro. I kind of forgot about that. I keep forgetting that we have Nitro in this game, but I don't really associate when it comes to open world racing Nitro with maybe Need for Speed. Oh, we do have a horn. Earlier I held the left stick and it turned on my headlights. That might have just been a coincidence with the time change. I think it might be automatic.
Full speed on the descent.
Oh no.
Some of your nitro for the jump.
No. The jump. Oh, that's what I keep getting overtaken on jumps. They're using nitro. Got it.
Now, thrusters on full.
I also don't know how you gain nitro. I don't know if it's over time or if you do drifts or stunts to get it. Not quite sure.
Time for the killing blow. Right on.
Pretty sweet. I used to stream The Crew 2 during quarantine on Mixer. Before Mixer, I used to stream on BeamStream, which was the original name for Mixer. RIP Mixer, by the way. Very cool. And now we're back in this beast again. Wish we could do custom license plates, but this is still pretty fun. I uninstalled Farming Simulator 22 to make room for this. Do I regret it? Not one fucking bit. Not a chance. Nope.
You may even think that we've already seen everything there is to see about muscle cars, and assume it can't get more intense than this. Well, hold on to that thought.
Mustangs and muscle cars in general are all about being intense. Never assume it can't get more intense. Even though I do miss the whole US map and all the unique things it had to offer, and locations and landmarks I had to showcase, iconic American landmarks, kind of like what Forza did with France and the UK and stuff like that. I do like this map. It feels a lot better and much better executed. One day, hopefully, we will get a map that's this detailed at the very least, with a full US treatment. That would be great. But I don't know. This is still pretty good. And, Shelby GT500, hell yeah, let's go. Special edition, nice. And then also, I wish Forza would revisit the US. That was the first game they ever did with Horizon, was Forza Horizon was up in Colorado. And it wasn't really in Colorado. It just was kind of vaguely Colorado-esque. You know, fucking, we got some really well-known places in Horizon 3 with Australia, 4 with the UK, and 5 with Mexico. But and 2 with France as well. But especially with 3, 4, and 5. Just didn't feel that well done with the first one. And granted, the first Forza Horizon was very linear in terms of design compared to everything else. They seem to have gotten less linear as time's gone on, more open, which I like. Really helps separate it from Motorsport in a way that's not just the controls. Kind of gives a much more chill atmosphere. I am driving your car.
Coming right off the bat. Eagle eye and try to keep your machine under control.
Right, the handbrake is X. I keep forgetting that. It feels so weird.
This will buff
Nitro is A, for those who wondered.
still.
You did not see the controls earlier when I showed them off. I might stream some Mario Kart DS emulated later on.
You're off the winding part of the road. Now you can let the supercharged V8 do the talking.
Let's go. You know, turbochargers in general might be better. More power. Less lag a lot of the time. But damn, the supercharger whines sound so good.
Now you probably figured out by now I'm a massive Shelby GT500 fan. But you're currently driving my
We all
latest
are. Everyone should be.
Special Jimbo Full Power Edition.
Cannot wait to make custom designs with custom cool names like I used to do with Forza, and I still do with Forza, and show them off at the car meets in this game.
Take no for an answer.
And I do have a really nice new Mustang GT. I need to own this car in this game. Don't get me wrong, the original Forza Horizon is still fun. I play it. In fact, if you guys don't know, it's actually compatible with the Series X and Xbox One, despite being a 360 game, which is weird because stuff like the Motorsport games from the 360 aren't. But if you have it on disc, pick it up. I picked up a copy of Forza Motorsport 4 from Goodwill a while back. It was like a while back. It was like 2021. Oh, sorry, 2022. Early 2022, before I even got my 360. Because I knew I was going to buy one, so I was stockpiling games before I did. And inside the case, not only had Forza Motorsport 4, but also Horizon. It was great. I got it for free, essentially. But it's very linear. Like, there's not really a lot of off-road you can go. You can't go across any of the barriers. You're pretty much just on roads the whole time. I would love to see Colorado revisited for Forza. Maybe as, like, a DLC honoring the history of the Horizon franchise at some point. You know, expansion area. But do it better, you know. They don't really, aside from a couple times, like when they brought in Edinburgh for Horizon 4, Forza never really does with Horizon. They never really do the big cities. You know, we did France, but they didn't do Paris. It was not part of the map, for example. Which is, it's very nice, very interesting that they did that. However, there are still some awesome locations that aren't like Denver or Boulder in Colorado. Getting to drive through Garden of the Gods would be so fucking amazing. And who knows? If the crew keeps going with this kind of game, it's not the big America map anymore, maybe we'll get a chance to do that one day. Colorado's got a beautiful mix of terrain, though. Yeah, I'm going to be comparing this to both The Crew as well as Need for Speed and Forza, because those are like the three big ones in my mind when I think about racing games right now with open worlds. The light in here is so gorgeous.
You now know muscle cars have been around since the second half of the 20th century, but somehow
That is
we've
true.
yet to get you one of the classic oldies.
Yeah, that actually is surprising. Can I modify this at all? Do I have any new parts? I was wondering, the star car I figured out, that's actually just a favorite thing. So when you swap vehicles, you can just use the right stick and you can press a button to swap to either a boat, plane, or car. That's the one it will swap to. Okay, I do actually have some of these. That's great. What are we currently running? Running a 605. Yeah, if you match these all up with the same colors, you can get better performance sometimes too. And I don't know what the whole point of the performance cap is, because you don't drive your own custom cars in races in this one. More lateral Gs, a lot more lateral Gs. However, yeah. Mileage, 60. I think that's miles driven, not 60 miles to the gallon, I believe. I wish a Mustang can get 60 miles to the gallon. Because it used to be that the whole point of the performance cap would be that you wouldn't, like, bring in some super high spec car into a lower level race by just grinding drops and, like, you know, special crates and all that stuff. But now you don't bring your own cars into races. I don't know why it's here. Maybe it's for multiplayer. Maybe you can do that there. I don't know. Worst braking. I think it's 778 horsepower now. Sorry, 788. Damn. Braking's only slightly worse. Sweet. What are pro settings? Oh, okay. So that's very interesting. You can tune that per car. I really like that. This is sunset, right? It looks like it. It's gorgeous.
Decided to catch you on the fly and save the origin story for the grand finale. There's an absolute classic.
Okay, so we're almost done with this playlist.
A trail among collectors and Jim's greatest pride, the Mustang Boss 429.
Oh yes. I was gonna say, the original Mustang, the first one, the first GT, that's a classic, but it doesn't really feel like a grand finale car. Maybe it's gonna be a 2+2 fastback or a Mach 1. The 429 is insane.
American muscle car history.
The 69 Boss 302 gets a lot of attention, but the 429, much rarer and more overlooked. Beautiful vehicle. Do I get to maybe win the car for the finale? Also, I do like, don't get me wrong, I do like starting a game from scratch and having to build up your car inventory and all that stuff, but just being able to import 40 cars from the Crew 2 was great, especially because I did not know if you could do that at a later date in the game. Sorry, at a later time. I didn't know if you were only going to get one chance at the very beginning, so that's why I did it. Gorgeous framework. That chonky back end. I know it's using, I think, just inserting the car assets over a default animation transition, but it still looks good. It would be really cool if every car had their own custom camera work transition for races, but that's just... With the sheer amount of cars in this game and everything else that they have to work on, it's kind of unrealistic. Maybe a smaller game like Need for Speed Most Wanted 2011 could do that, but not here. They've got so many cars to work with. And it still looks pretty cinematic, even if it is a repeated animation. Hell yeah. Let's blow the roof off this thing. And by roof, I mean the sky, because we're outside.
The 1969 Mustang Boss 429. Name speaks for itself. One of the oldest muscle cars. Still one of the greatest, too, honestly.
With games like this, and oh, I'm gonna rewind there. With games like this and Frontiers of Pandora, which looks really good, and also Mirage, which looks Assassin's Creed Mirage looks interesting at the very least. So far, Ubisoft Plus definitely living up to its reputation. Reputation. I tried to combine reputation and representation for some reason in my mind, and my brain had a fucking stroke trying to figure that out. Although the people who PR idiots at Ubisoft, like, people should get used to not owning games. Fuck you. No, I'm gonna still own games. You know, if buying isn't owning, piracy isn't theft. I believe that. But at the same time, you know, subscriptions are a good option for people who can't afford to buy 60+ games. Especially new titles like this in Mirage at all times.
Second lap, but no second guessing. Keep it real.
And just like Game Pass, I'm pretty sure you do get a decent deal on these if you want to actually purchase the game as well.
The Boss is an icon. It shaped the golden age of muscle cars from the 60s to the early 70s. This was one of the top dogs.
I wonder if the 2012 Boss 302 recreation tribute pieces in this game. That thing was beautiful. 5th generation Mustang body. Still had the outside antenna on that thing, if I remember correctly. I actually saw one in my quiet little Oregon town recently, out here in Ashland. Bright orange and that iconic paintwork. I'm like, how the hell is that here? There have been some awesome Mustangs over the years, special editions. It's such a cool car platform for people to do stuff with. I actually have a 50 Years of Mustang official poster on my wall. And it's got stuff like the 2008 Mustang California Special and such.
Was Detroit. Man. Ever heard of Woodward Avenue? The renowned street for car duels back in the day.
Now Detroit is just smelly. And empty. And sad. At least we're not Detroit. We're not Detroit. God, those videos are an internet classic. I recently went back to my old new Nintendo 3DS XL. The gold Zelda one I got in like 2016 or whenever it came out. And loaded up the internet browser, not the internet, sorry, the YouTube app. And I've not used it in a very long time. And what do you know? That's what was on it, was a hastily made Cleveland tourism video. If somehow you're watching this and have never seen the hastily made Cleveland tourism video series, I think there's 3 original ones. There's some fan-made ones, and also, I think it was the movie, maybe, Super Size Me? Had, or not Super Size Me, some movie I had to watch in 8th grade. Had a compilation of 2 of them put together. But they are very funny. He's also the guy. I think the guy behind them has also done ones for specific events. Like he got hired for, was it 2018, the MLB All-Star Game. And he did one that was based on like, it's still, you know, very critical in a satirical way of Cleveland, but also very funny, as well as promoting Cleveland's now not so shitty aspects. No fires in over 60 years.
Actually, I know 2 words.
This thing is so cool. Can I keep it? Can I keep it? Can I keep the car? Nope. Okay. What's the leaderboard on that for? Is it like hacked, do you think? Let's go to the top. What's the top time? Oh, the world best. Okay. So it's not like Forza where you get a lot of hackers from the PC version putting up like 1,000, sorry, not 1,000, you know, like cross the world jumps on danger sign ramps and, you know, speeds over 1,000 miles an hour.
The muscle car spirit can be described in many ways.
Yes, we do get a reward vehicle, okay.
A head-on encounter with the chrome itself. I hope you've enjoyed this wild experience to its fullest.
If there's a Mustang as a, or really just a muscle car in general, specifically a Mustang as a starting car in a video game, I'm gonna choose it. And there's a surprising amount of games where that's the case. Forza, Need for Speed, there's almost always an American car present. And a lot of the times it will be a Mustang. Because a lot of times they like to start you off in a cool but slower vehicle.
Yes. Hope you'll dig the souvenir.
I keep pushing anything but X for handbrake. I keep pushing A because it's Forza, like it's Forza or right bumper like it's GTA. What are we getting? Oh, do we get to keep it? We get to keep the Shelby? Yes, we do! Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. That is amazing. I'm gonna head out around 1:30, so we got another like 30-ish minutes to stream. I think I had this in last game, maybe. I'm not quite sure. Did I?
Driver.
Oh, achievement unlocked! Setting the stage! 10 gamer score. Complete a playlist for the first time. 40.62% of gamers have done that. More gamers have done that than have collected their first parts drop reward, which you can find in the open world, which I guess maybe because that's a competition with other players to get there first, but still. So we unlock challenges. Unlock custom mode unlocked. So I think we can replay these with our own cars, I believe. That's a good thing. So choose your next activity. Next playlist. From the mountain peaks. Okay, so that's my brain just went to shit. JDM, that's the acronym. My brain kept telling me RWB. That's something else entirely. Let's set this as our next objective. But I'm not gonna do it. I just want to keep that on my list because yes. Actually, I might go there immediately. Oh, this is fast. I think my other one is still probably technically faster, but this feels like a beast. I'll have to figure out how to replay events later, and I don't know if there's a fast travel. There probably is with how large these maps are, but I don't know if it's available or what, or how you unlock them. Wide body kit, big ass spoiler. Nice splitter and that hood blower, absolutely. Listen to that sound! That thing doesn't just roar, it howls. Meaty, I love it. Which would be a way to turn off, maybe not car damage, but the visual damage. This gas station texturing could use a bit more work. It's very awkwardly placed. Wait, is it just on a curb? Is there no way to actually drive up the curb to get in there? Part of a flyby now. Cool. There's not. Yeah, so some things could use a bit more work. But like this ground's pretty untextured. There's no parking lines or anything like that. But it's very, very cool. Let's pause this very quickly. Vehicles. I seem to remember having that in my last game. Switch performance parts? What does that do? Oh. Oh, that's very cool. I was about to say, I wonder if like the part you unlock now is unlocked for every, similar car, but okay. I don't really want to do that because I like my GT. Also, I do have some upgrade parts here already. Yes. Weight, not available for some reason. Top speed's 207. I could swear I had this car in the crew too. I may be thinking about Forza in fairness. Faster. Right, okay, so this is already partially modified, I see. I really like its already existing design, but I might see if I could throw some more customization parts in this. I could swear I had this in the career too. I really thought I might, but nope. Suspension, do I have any? I can, yep, there we go. Slightly better lateral G improvement. Does absolutely nothing. No, seriously, it does absolutely nothing. Okay. Actually, does it give us a visual difference or not? No, it doesn't. Okay, cool. Let's go to customize. Oh, okay, visual parts in this are locked. I see. You can do the livery, though. I mean, I'm a sucker for a good Shelby Classic livery. You know, the blue and white. Love those. Absolute. But it's also kind of cool to see what other people have made. Ooh, a metallic one. Looks like more of a wrap. It's a bit too glossy for my opinion. That's pretty cool. Ooh, gray and white with some racing decals. Ice white. Solid, but with the white stripes might be a bit off. Matte. No, semi-gloss. Harbor blue. Nice. More racing inspired. That's a bit too bright red in my opinion for matte. And then for some reason there's some blue still in here. Matte black with white stripes. That's kind of a look. Ooh, like a two-tone, not two-tone, but like a split car, like a two-face kind of car. That's very cool. Isn't that just a standard? No, it's got better white accents, I think. Again, like it, might be a bit too shiny red in my opinion. Maybe just turn down the gloss on that a little bit. Ooh, hello. I like that a lot. That's a very cool color customization option. Oh, here we go. One thing that Forza needs to do, at least in my opinion, is allow you to, you know, because when you post an option like a tune settings, like when you upload those so people can download them, or a livery or a paint job, give you it's like locked by default. So if you try to paint anything, it goes away. Come on, give us the chance if we want to change it, you know? Like, maybe make it optional to lock it or not. Like, you can't modify someone else's paint job, but in this and Need for Speed, you can. I love the classic blue, I really do, but that's good looking. Ooh, that's a menacing look for that car. My goodness. What's atomized? Oh, this is like the really shiny stuff. Pearlescent. Chrome? Oh wait, no, the chrome's the super shiny one, is right, okay. That looks like mac and cheese. I can always go back to the default color, right? It feels like, oh yeah, no, I can always go back and choose the official color. That's the official color for it, right? Okay. What about metallic black? Or give that a really deep color. Not a fan of having to buy colors for cars. It seems a bit wasteful, but oh well. Nice, okay. Also, earlier I was talking about how I swore I had a BMW M8, and I do. It's this one. It's the interception unit. I don't think I ever had the default one. Oh yeah, like I said, okay, I can swear I had this car already from the Crew 2. I did not remember if it was the police version or not. I guess it is. That's fine. Some of these cars I got with like the DLC I just never drove. I don't think I ever drove the Audi R5. God, that's a beautiful design. I would love to see that body with modern like Porsche GT2 RS parts in it. You know what? We have a bit of time. Let's try out some new cars that are not this. Again, I love this. It's beautiful. I get a photo of that. Hold up. Damn it. Does not have my... The camera could use a bit of work, if I'm honest. But that's pretty cool, still. But yeah, it does not have my tire smoke in it. Oh well. So let's swap something new. My favorite car. For some reason, the model for that is just straight up a Challenger. Oh, that's a boat. That's not the right vehicle. Press B. You have to press B to go back. So to do that, you press right stick and then activate one of the three. There are planes, even though we didn't really get an intro to any of them into the intro to the game. But I still have a couple planes that carried over from the Crew 2. This is an awesome car, largely electric. I think there's also an all-electric version, which is super cool too. But hey, technically it's a family car. It does seat 4, doesn't it? Or just not the 4-seater version, because there is one that is.
Sleeping mode.
Hell yeah. Oh, nope. How do you look behind you then? What's the quick look button? Is there no button to, like, quick look back? Oh, okay, you just hold back on the stick, so that's nice. The back could use some more detailing, but it's nice that it's here. Some games don't even have it. Whoops. Oh, yeah, right. Seeing the map at night is super cool. I don't typically drive in first person, but one thing I noticed about driving in first person during the first stream... actually, I will in certain games, but it works well in this game, and it sounds good. The sound is different because you're actually in the cockpit experiencing. You can hear the clunk as you go over something, or as it shift gears. Not in this car, which only has one, I believe, but yeah, it's so cool. There are a few things I would change with this, like being able to drive your own custom cars in playlists, but also I guess because playlists are meant to be kind of a tour through the entire lineage of something, so in that case it was Mustangs. I kind of understand why. Kind of like a bunch of showcase events. Oh, hello. So what's going on right now is we're looking for one of those crate drops. Other players in the area could also compete for it, and someone might be. Can't be, I need to leave first person for this. Oh, I think the other person got it. Nope. So it beeps faster and pulses faster as you get closer and closer to the location. Oh, we're right here. We're right here, apparently. Oh, is it in the same place it was earlier? It is. Okay. Now, I might want to swap my car here, because the way this works is you get parts for whatever car you're driving when you pick it up. Ah, screw it. Let's go with the Jumeirah parts. Making some cash. Uncommon tire, rare brakes, uncommon exhaust, rear bumper. Oh, right, you can also collect the style parts. That's right, I forgot about that. Okay. Actually, let's see if I can customize this. Color, I like the standard color. I like the gray a lot. Visual part for hood, nope. I don't think I ever did customize this in the Crew 2. I absolutely should have, because that looks cool. Damn, that's actually really fucking pricey. Do not want wide body, nope. Calipers, nope. Side mirrors. Right, they're cameras, that's right, because it's more streamlined. That's insane for that price, but I'll take it. Give me the accented ones, yes please. I do plan on driving this quite a bit, so it makes sense for me to have it. Ooh, that's a cool looking flared arch, but I don't like the carbon. I'm not a fan of carbon accents. I will take that flared arch, though, absolutely. These do nothing for performance, so you'd expect them to be a little bit cheaper, but no. Can I get those rear, what are those, canards, but also just not carbon? You can only have the coloring if they're carbon? That's lame. Well, maybe you can collect, I think, again, you can collect more parts for it, so that's fine. Is that carbon by default? It might be. Interior color? Ah, let's keep it stock. And then let's go back to draw. Oh, wait, whoops. I thought, is there not performance? Hold on. Can you not upgrade this car's performance? I thought you could. Vehicles. Oh, no, there's upgrades. That's how I missed that. Better brakes. I guess maybe the upgrade parts you have don't transfer over from the Crew 2 unless you already have them on the car. Right, yep, 4-wheel drive, multi-motor powered beast. I love how this looks now, too. In games like Need for Speed, where the body kit parts do not affect your performance in any way, you expect them to be cheaper, and they normally are. They're a bit pricey in this one. But also, we're making a decent amount of cash, too. One downside to the Crew, the two that this one seems to have gotten rid of, was how microtransaction heavy it was. That's great. That car just despawned. What? It wasn't like super microtransaction, it wasn't like Fortnite or some garbage like that, but very, there were a lot of like chances to purchase currency and such. Forza used to have that too with the car tokens, which they got rid of. And then they had something very similar, which was in Horizon 5 so briefly, and it's gone. I think it was called like exchange tickets. It was there at launch and got removed very quickly. You could buy a ticket essentially to exchange for any car at the auto show, which was removed. Which is good. You should have to earn currency, in my opinion. Like MLB The Show, you could buy stubs, but the real life to in-game rate is not good, and it's so easy to earn them, why would you? Let's switch to something I've not driven yet in any game. I don't even remember driving it in the previous game. Oh, actually, let's take a look at our driver real quick. Can we change anything here? Licensed point? Legend points. What is this? I don't know what legend points are. I'll have to look it up. Is there an article on the Crew wiki for this? If I put in legend points, am I going to find anything? No, I looked up legend points. I get Summit Contest Japan Custom. What? I don't know what that seems to be unrelated. Okay. That's me looking it up on the Crew fandom wiki, by the way, not just putting legend points on Google. Avatar customization. Clothes. Quote-unquote Hawaiian shirt. Yep. Okay, we have a lot more now. Ew, fake leather. Cracks easily. Vinyl, no thanks. Ubisoft varsity jacket. Classic flame hoodie. Emote hoodies. Leather driver jacket, I'll take that. Not too bad for that. Board shorts, hell yeah. No, I'm kidding. I wonder if you can unlock these or if you just have to purchase them. Skinny pants leather. No, we're not doing that. Oh, there we go, that's better. Better color boots, like that a lot. Can I change the color on these? Nope. Alright. I wonder if there's any Ubisoft Club stuff, or was it called Ubisoft Connect now? They change it every so often. Or Uplay, or whatever it's called now. Right, whether there's any like in-game rewards for that, because a lot of these Ubisoft games will have outfits from other Ubisoft titles in them, like Trials or Far Cry. Got just a little bit long until I head out, so I'm gonna... Let's try this. I don't think I've ever driven this car in anything. I think I had it in the Crew 2. Never drove it, though. I said never drove it in anything. I drove it in... I had this in Forza Horizon 5. I've driven it there. Another drop already? Gotta get there before another player does. Well, it's not always as competitive as you might think. Oh, there it is. And I would think you would drive through it. To pick it up, you just hold A. Not like the bonus boards in Forza. Oh, we leveled up, I think. I don't know what that... Oh, there we go.
Step closer to being a Motorfest legend. A new reward is waiting for you within the activity menu.
Dare I say the car models in this game actually look better than they do in Forza with the lighting engine. At least in Forza Horizon, not Motorsport, obviously. The new Forza Motorsport, incredible. But these are really nice car models, especially on stuff like this. I think I said there was a reward waiting for me. I don't know where that is. I'll do that some other point. I did not actually listen to that. I was too busy talking. Oh well, I'll look back over the stream and figure it out. Very nice. Actually, wait, did I miss an upgrade part? I missed some tires, apparently. Okay. Nope, it didn't confirm it. There we go. I have to kind of hold over it. Whatever. Customize color. I really like, you know, silvers and stuff, but I'm going to leave this as Ferrari red, I believe, honestly. It looks good. Alright. 5-ish minutes until I head off to my next appointment, so let me find a different car to kind of try out here. Apparently I've never driven these because it says new. I'm fairly sure I drove that in the Crew 2. Crew 2 was a game I kind of got in and out of from various points in time. Ooh. Oh yes, the unicorn. Iconic. Can I customize this? I can. Do that at a later point in time. Let's upgrade this. Do I have any upgrades for it? I do not. Let's just drive it. Maybe not as cool as purchasing upgrades. Something like Forza. And maybe a bit too eerily similar to the speed car system from Need for Speed Payback, but it's fun. It's fine. It's not that bad. I prefer to just be able to buy most of your upgrades. Yes. It would be cool if you could buy upgrades at like a garage like you can in Forza. While also unlocking stuff through drops like specific cosmetic upgrades like spoilers and such that are unique and are only there for a certain amount of time. That was really cool. Oh, this thing handles so well. A perfect combination of speed and drift. My goodness. Yeah, let's take this rear-wheel drive power muscle car drift machine to the beach. Why not? You are in Hawaii, after all. You visit Hawaii, you go to the beach. That's just what you do. Okay, this is not handling well in the water. I think this actually might fit into the drift car category, which are their own specific handling sets and such. It does handle differently. Like, turning sharply will make you drift and such like that. And the way it moves, I'm fairly certain that this is actually meant to be a drift car. I mean, it's made by Hoonigan, so it is, but... I mean, Hoonigan's just a badass car garage. Very cool. Just checking something very quickly. Okay. Come on, I'm gonna head out in a minute, but let me just drive one more vehicle. What do I want to try out here? Not that. Crossbow's interesting. Anything here I just never drove? Oh wait, no. Of course I'm gonna try this out. My dream car, or one of my dream cars, the Aston Martin Vanquish. Good lord, is this model beautiful in this lighting. I could spend days just looking at the models and renders for these cars. They are spectacular. And you know what? It's an open world, less serious, not super simulation heavy racer. Something I gotta try. Yes! Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Mistakes were made. That seems like the perfect place to end the stream. Thank you all very much for watching. This has been incredible. I'm going to stream more of this later on. Don't you worry about it. This is so much fun. If you're on Twitch, check out the YouTube channel. If you're on YouTube, check out the Twitch channel. No matter where you are, go take a look at the link in bio for our link tree. Blog up there, written stuff. I'm bringing out of hiatus, I promise. I know I've been saying it for a while, but I'm bringing it back. I'm doing written stuff. You can contribute written stuff too if you want your work showcased there. There's an email there you can contact us at. Good stuff. I'll also link you to our YouTube. I got YouTube Shorts as well now. Same channel, not doing two different channels for it. But there's also a TikTok, a page on X, formerly known as Twitter, as well as Instagram, which I need to get back into using those. But I will when I start publishing more stuff on the blog. I'll use those to promote them. But go take a look at the social media and go give us a follow on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, go follow us on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, go follow us on Twitch. It mean a lot to me and my friends who play games a lot. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.